Hey travel bees! Oh jeez, I forgot my mask. Oh, COVID. Hey travel bees, welcome back to another week and thanks for coming back to my channel. I really appreciate all the support that you guys have given me over these past few months since I've started, and this week I really wanted to delve into my whole study abroad experience. It is quite a journey that I had, and I'm very excited to be able to share with you guys kind of what my experience was, what my takeaways were from it, if I liked it or not. Is it a yay or a nay for me? And do I recommend other people go on this? So if you guys watched my introductory video that I did when I first started my YouTube channel just a few months ago, which, by the way, sorry in advance if you are watching it right now, because my videos now are a lot better than it was to start, but hey, everyone's gonna start somewhere, right? So I'm proud that I did so well on my first video for for not knowing anything about videos and like kind of just delving into this whole YouTube process. I'd say I did pretty good. So with that in mind, I have definitely improved my video editing skills, so don't judge me if you're watching that video now. It was my first YouTube video. Anyways, if you watched that video, you heard that I actually went on a study abroad trip, and it was part of this huge Europe trip that I took in 2018. And I did a study abroad trip for 1 month, and then the rest of the summer of 2018, I backpacked with my best friend to 11 different countries. And oh gosh, it was such an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So let's get back into what's my opinion of study abroads. Well, let me just say, it's life-changing. There's no other words that I can truly use for it other than completely and utterly life-changing. It is such an amazing experience that you're never really gonna get in any other type of atmosphere. Most times when you're traveling with your family or maybe with a friend or something like that. But when you're in college, usually you've only really traveled with your family. And so when you go on a study abroad trip and you're traveling with friends or peers, people your age, and you get to experience the world like with people your age and like that get you, like if you're watching this and you get me, it is just amazing, honestly. So why did I do the trip? Well, I kind of stumbled upon that trip by chance and ended up taking the trip and finding the money to be able to go on that trip, and it was completely worth it. Now, there are a lot of different study abroad trips that you could go on. My specific study abroad trip was a 1 month trip, and it was to Czech Republic and Hong Kong. So we were in Czech Republic for 3 weeks and Hong Kong for 1 week, and we were really in Czech Republic for 2 weeks and then Hong Kong for a week, and then we went back to Czech Republic for another week. And then after that, I continued my travels in Europe because I was already planning to travel. But that's kind of like the breakdown of what my trip was. And my school has a relationship with a school in Czech Republic, so that was kind of like our sister school in a sense, but not really at the same time. But they worked with our professor and they helped board us and such like that. So it was a great experience. We got to actually take some classes at Czech Republic, but how my school did my classing is I was taking online classes through my school with the teachers that I was on my study abroad trip with. And because it was my last year, one of mine was like a capstone, so it was a lot of like writing and stuff that I had to do on the side. We also got to take like unofficial classes at the actual college in Prague and got to learn a little bit about like Czech language and about the Czech culture and just different things economically about them. It was a trip that was in the business department for my school, so it was very kind of centered around that. Now, if you're on the fence about going on a study abroad, let me just say, do it. Find a way, make it happen. You will not regret it. You will not. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is life-changing. There is no doubt about it that you will enjoy that time. Even if you don't know anybody traveling with you on that trip. Because on my study abroad trip that I was on, I wasn't super close friends with anybody on that trip. So I became friends with people on that trip and I got to know them very well, being with them all for a month, which was really cool. cool, but I mean, you just got to learn a lot about people on that trip. Meeting other students at the universities and just meeting other people in general. It was definitely an amazing experience. So if you are on the fence and you are considering going on a study abroad, do it. Find a way, make the money up here, take out a credit card, take out a loan if you have to, whatever it might be. Stay tuned to the end of this video to really hear about some of my goals and why I started doing this channel, and it has to do with study abroad trips, and it's a goal that I have coming up in the future, so stay tuned. All right, so let's get real. All right, you guys ready? What should you know about going on a study abroad trip? Number one, budget. You need to make some sort of budget. When you get there, you want to make sure that you're not spending every single penny you have right away, because you are going to get really excited and you're going to want to spend money on things, and that's fine, but you need to be conscientious of what you're spending and how much you're spending and such like that. By all means, have fun, and you're not going to regret any money that you spend on this trip, I swear. Try to be as prepared as possible if you can. Honestly, get a credit card. I actually made a video about how to get a $100 round trip to Europe, and hint hint, it has to do with credit cards. So if you guys want to watch that video, you can. I'll link it above and in the description below, and you guys will be able to check out that video and kind of like what I've done with my travel credit cards and what's very important to make sure that your travel credit cards have, so that you guys are getting the best deal on those travel credit cards. Now, if you're traveling on a study abroad, you're gonna want about $1,000 a month, I'd say, depending on what your program is. It really honestly depends on where you're going. If you're going somewhere really cheap like Czech Republic or Budapest, or really just depending on where you're going, you could be spending a lot less, but it's always better to be over prepared than under prepared, right? Am I right? Make sure that you're looking up where you guys are traveling to get an idea of how much things are gonna cost, because I can tell you right now, in Czech Republic, beer, food, everything is super cheap, so it's worth it. Number two, pack light. You are going to want to pack light, trust me. You do not want to be having so much baggage. Definitely you want to pack light when you are going on little excursions and such like that, but packing light in general is going to save you a lot of hassle along the way, because you don't want to pay for the overweight fees on your bags. You don't want to be lugging around that huge suitcase with you. I recommend getting a backpacker's backpack. I haven't made a video on that yet, but stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, pause. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Would love your support. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like it so far, and make sure that you subscribe to see my new videos that I post every week, as well as my Travel Tip Tuesdays that I interview someone every week about what's going on in the travel industry and pertinent information that you need to be knowing about what is changing in our travel industry. But packing light is so important, and I'm going to be making a how to pack your backpack video soon, so that's why I'm saying to stay tuned and subscribe. Let me say one thing that a lot of Americans do not realize. In Europe, they are not as picky about clothes. So here in the US, everybody's really concerned about like, oh my god, if I just wore that shirt like last week, like, oh my gosh, I can't wear that shirt again. Like, it is not like that in Europe whatsoever. I promise you. Like, literally, sometimes people are wearing the same shirt like 2-3 times in a row, like, and it's just like cool over there. It's not the same type of culture. You are not gonna get judged if you wear, you know, the same shirt in a week or whatever like that. It's not the same. So there is such thing as a washer and dryer, and you can get that done, but I promise you, you're not gonna die if you bring less clothes. And shopping over there is amazing. Their clothes are great, and if you really do care about having different clothing, you can go and purchase clothing over there, and guess what? When you bring those clothes back to the US, nobody's gonna have what you have because you bought it over in Europe. But shopping is great, so I highly recommend it. And you're gonna save yourself a lot of back break. Just make sure that you bring versatile clothing. Key is versatile, things that you can mix and match with different things. Make sure that you are also looking at what the weather is gonna be like over there. Make sure you have the proper clothing, whether it be long pants or shorts or long sleeves, a jacket, heavy shoes. Keep all of those things in consideration. Number 3, transportation is different over there, and I have a whole video on transportation in Europe. So make sure you check that out as well. I'll link it above and in the description. It is completely different over there. You are not going to believe like how many different options they have over there and just how much easier it is to travel by means of public transportation over there. So you will be fine. It's very simple and straightforward. Just make sure that you keep in mind that that is a difference that is over there. You're not going to need a car. There's plenty of transportation that will get you around, but it does cost money. It's not as bad as you may think, but it is something that you do need to factor into your budgeting that we talked about. Number 4, planning a trip is a lot different when you are on a study abroad trip and when you're traveling alone. So traveling on a study abroad trip is going to be a lot more structured compared to when you're traveling alone. Really, again, it does depend on which travel abroad that you're on. There is always going to be time that you can travel on your own and like kind of explore the city yourself and such like that, but it's just a different structure because you have kind of a lot of moving parts going on. You have school that you need to take care of, you have all of these different things, and sometimes your study abroad might have scheduled things that you're doing with the school, which is completely fine. But just be aware that there might be some scheduling that you need to work around. And so it's not going to be as flexible as you traveling alone, but it is a great way. If you have never traveled before, it's a great way to kind of get your foot in the door and start traveling, start exploring some places with some people that you're more comfortable with. You learn so much about people and just how the world is and how it works, things that you would never expect to like get an appreciation for, honestly. Just there is no comparing it to anything else, and I really don't want to be like one of those people like, oh my god, I did study abroad and it changed my life and like I'm so cultured. Like, I'm not trying to be like that, honestly. It is not like that. It is just truly an experience that you will treasure and you will learn something whether you want to learn something or not. I mentioned earlier how I wanted you guys to stay until the end to hear about what I've kind of come up with and what's really inspired me in this whole vision of me making this YouTube, right? So me making this YouTube and my Facebook page and my Instagram really was all to like help encourage people to travel and just get people out there to see the world. But I wanted to even take it a step further than that, and I haven't put in all the details together yet, but I have got some pretty exciting news that I'm excited to share with you guys more information about when the time is right. But right now, I do want to tell you, it has been a goal of mine to help pay for underprivileged students in the US to go on these study abroad trips and experience these things. It is something that I'm working on, and I want you guys to stay tuned for it because I'm really excited to eventually launch it, where I'm gonna be paying for students in the US to travel to Europe on these study abroad trips because I really believe in them so much and think that they can change the perspective and the perception of the world for some people. So stay tuned. I'm really excited, and I am hoping that it will turn into something big that can affect multiple people's lives. Thank you guys for watching yet again another week, and I am so excited that you guys have joined me throughout this journey as I'm learning better video editing skills and just to share with you guys my experiences, my tips and tricks, and all of the information that I have about traveling since I've started. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Comment below if you have absolutely any questions, and I hope that I will see you guys back here next week. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Until next week on Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I hope you guys have a great week, and ta-ta for now. Bye! Another quick announcement really quick is I've actually started an amazing group community on Facebook. So if you are a young traveler or someone who has already traveled or someone who wants to travel, this community is made for you guys. It's made to help connect travelers and wannabe travelers in a community forum that people can ask questions, share their experiences, and just so much more so that people can have a safe place to be able to share and inspire other people to travel. So I am gonna pop up what the Facebook group looks like right here, and the link will be in the description of this video. So make sure that you guys go and join that group. It's going to be a great tool and it is ever growing. So would love for you guys to be a part of it. Hope to see you there.